Last four. I got a feeling these are going to be intense. It's always these last ones that get really intense. These four last signs, for some reason, have the most intense situations going on. The first one is, well, there was two. It's either Libra or Taurus.
I'll go with Libra.
Libra's fine. All right, the Scorpio made his choice. Libra's first. Taurus, you go back into the gold cup. All right, Libra, let's see what's going on here. Well, you did get the Knight of Cups upright. You got to move forward into this is good because you're not stuck. That there's emotions that you got to follow that you're feeling right now. But also, you know, a Knight totally has that power to be like, if I'm not feeling it, I'm not going to do this. And if I'm feeling it, I will. Especially Libra, this is a 11th house fated yod in Leo to your 4th house and to your 6th house. That it's like, I'm not going to deal with people, and I'm not going to deal with anybody who I don't feel emotionally like this is the reality I want to be in. This is you having to clean up your life about the people that you're around, the friendships and so forth. And I think that for love for you, if it doesn't feel right, don't walk down that road. Go walk down the roads where it does feel like. You have to follow your own feelings instead of other people's feelings. And see what's there. There's something about seeing what's there, like walking down your feelings and seeing what's there, even if it's not feelings that maybe they're the best. Look at this masquerade as your challenge. You're dealing with, you know, you got a mask on. You don't need to put a mask on. You don't need to show people, like, you don't need to prove anything. All you got to do is show up with your emotions. You're a Libra. Naturally, everybody will fall in love with you all the time. That happens all the time. But you don't need to, like, for anything that you really want, you don't need to put on a mask, you know? I think that's your challenge, is like you're wearing a mask. You might even be dealing with people who have masks on, but that means you're wearing a mask too. So if you're like, oh, this person's just all masky to me and all that, well, that's because you're wearing one too and they're wearing one. Doesn't mean it'll work when you both take off your masks. Just means that, yeah, you need to emotionally move to where there's no mask on because you're not wearing a mask on. You don't need to prove shit to anybody. You just need to be you and be your emotional true self. And there's something about saying that it's almost like Libras get caught up in other people's emotions towards them. What about you following your own emotions and seeing just what happens? 2 of Wands in reverse. You know, it's like overall, it's like, yeah, the world's not the way that you want it to be in your love life, even though maybe because it's like starting to look upside down from the way that you wanted it to be. But you can pull yourself out by just emotionally going into the place that you want to go instead of staying stuck on, let me try and fix this world. Let me turn the whole world around. The only person that can do that is the almighty, the divine, not you. And you can't put on a mask and like in The Mask with Jim Carrey and put it on and think that you'll be able to remember it the whole time. It wasn't, the mask might have got, you know, Cameron Diaz attention, but it wasn't the mask that really got her. Oh, we got Chiron here. Yeah, you're putting on a mask because you got a lot of wounds that you're healing from. And that's okay, I get it, but it's okay to show what's underneath the wound, the bandage. You know what I mean? It's okay to see like people like fall in love more actually by people's truth, no matter what it is, than covering it. You know, like there's nothing to try and cover right now. You can't masquerade anything right now, and you can't be a masquerader because then you're just going to be around masqueraded energy all day. And you're only going to go create that. Wow, you got the World card here. Yeah, you got to go towards the world that you want to go, but that means that you're going to have to complete the old world and step into a new world. So there's something about like you having troubles emotionally dealing with the world you're at because it's kind of reached a conclusion point, and that maybe, you know, wherever you want to go in a relationship or where you want to go if you're single, like it's going to be a different world, that's for damn sure, but emotionally have the courage to go and see that and go walk into that instead of continuing to walk into the same repetitive world that's come to its end, but you're too afraid to watch the credits run out. You know, it's almost like, let me push rewind, it's almost over, but I don't want it to end yet. It's like, because I'm too afraid to see this next world in the next slide and where it's all going. There's a lot of fears. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Well, yeah, you're not allowing life to turn the next wheel to the new world. You want the world to stay exactly the way it is right now. You want literally the world in your hands, the world card, and you got the Wheel of Fortune reverse. Like, you're the one that's like put the brakes on. Even though it's not a good place, like I kind of like this world in a sadistic kind of way when it's not that great. Like, you gotta let the universe come in and be like, hey, let me move this out by you emotionally moving like a courageous emotional knight that moves forward into your life, Libra. Especially Mars trine the sun, relationships to the 11th house. There's a world and relationships with power that is beyond your comprehension, but you have to get over your emotional fears. Pluto in the 4th in Capricorn. Or your security of how you live in your secure life. You did pull a south node in the 1st house in Taurus. Yeah, this is your issue, is you keep focusing on what your needs and wants are physically instead of focusing on the relationships that are intense and passionate that you are attracted to. It's almost like you're holding on to, again, the show and dance that's all an illusion of the physical identity of how things are, and also over-focused on your own needs and wants in a way that nobody's allowed to come in or connect because, I don't know, you're holding that so much? You're focused on that so much? Uranus in this 6th house is saying that you need to, the 8th house, that means that you have to open up to deeper truths and edge. Like, you need passion and edge, and it's like you're denying yourself of that.
That's the fear and infatuations as well, you know? What are you looking maybe in spots that you're kind of, I don't want to say punching above your weight class, you know what I mean, so to speak, but there's this truth about life as well. And, you know, sometimes we create an image or we create a story in our mind, and then we start to believe that, you know, and this person might not be right for us, or they might be right for us as well. And they can create a love. But are you being truthful with yourself? Are you being completely honest with this individual as to where you think that this life should be going? I think it's there for the taking, but it does come through these restrictions of who you are and who this individual is as well. You know, maybe the timing's not right, or maybe this is a perfect timing to express yourself fully, but this decision is yours, and you have to always speak from that truth.
Yeah, you can't be afraid to come into your true emotions and showcase what they are, because you miss out. And Libras can miss out by taking other people's emotional journeys of ones that they don't want to go on. They go along for the rides that they don't want to go on in their life.